about? Boy, yeah, mama going to have to tighten them up a little bit. And because you forgot who you are. You forgot the principles I taught you at home. You don't get to school and act and clown, act a fool in school. Talk crazy to your administrator, talk crazy to your teacher, and talk crazy to the principals and the coaches. Talk stupid to people. You ain't my mama. You can't tell me nothing. You ain't my dad. You ain't tell me nothing. Talk stupid to the bus drivers because you can. Because you see what everybody else is doing. But when your mom find out you act stupid and she held up on you, and you like, Mom, why you doing me like that? Because you forgot who you were. I'm just trying to prove a point here. In our text, the children of Israel had forgotten who they were. Amen. They had forgotten it was the God that brought them out. Y'all know the story, and they're aware of it. The Bible says that God brought them from 400 years of bondage. They was enslaved there in the Egyptian. They were in Egypt. The Egyptians had enslaved them. And they began to cry out to God, asking for a deliverance, asking for God to bring them out. And when God brought them out of Egypt, they took them into the wilderness. And there in the wilderness, they traveled around for 40 years until they finally got their act together and God brought them out. But in that time, they saw God bring water out of rocks. Come on, stay with me. They saw God drop bread out of heaven. They saw God send in quails when they were hungry. Birds just flew in from everywhere. So here we are, here's your dinner. Dinner was coming in on the flight. And when they came out and was coming through that, they found themselves in battles. They had to fight. When they get to the promised land, they've got to fight. When the Egyptian came behind them to recapture them and bring them back, God drowned the Egyptians in the Red Sea. And these folks sing the praises of God. All Pharaoh's army are drowned in the Red Sea. If it had not been for the Lord, where would we be? They sung the praises of God. How great is our God. He greatly is to be praised. They did all of that. They could rehearse how that God in the middle of the night would light up a cloud and the cloud would turn into fire in the middle of the night so they wouldn't walk away and walk in the darkness. He gave them a pillar of fire at night. And in the daytime, he gave them a cloud to shelter them from the sun. And now they are here, fast forward, they're in a situation now where they've forgotten everything God has done for them. It's like, what have you done for me lately? It's about people not being grateful, and you lose the sense of gratitude because you look around what everybody else is doing. You feel like what they're doing for you is not enough. You know, I told you a story once. My oldest daughter, she was in her few last years of high school. I think she might have been in 11th grade maybe, and she needed a ride. And so I went up to school to pick her up and drop her off, and my car wasn't a brand new car. I was a full-time pastor. Had a brand new car. Hello, somebody. I drove up there in my car, and my daughter said, Daddy, you just let me out right here. Not in front of the door, just at the edge of the parking lot somewhere. Just hide your car among the other cars. Just let me out, and I walked through the cars and go to the front door. And this morning, good as I felt, I let her out back there at the back of the parking lot. And when she walked through the cars and waved at everybody, hey, y'all, how y'all doing? And, you know, she gets up to the step and she was going in the front door. I pulled up there and blow the horn. Tasha, have a good day. I said, I embarrassed her. Yeah. Well, she rode to school in my car. How y'all dare you be embarrassed at my car now? And if my car was good enough to get you to school, you ought to be grateful enough to say thank you. I ain't getting no help in here, I can tell. And so the children of Israel, they have forgotten it was God that brought them through the wilderness, brought them through all their battles. When they got into the land that flowed with milk and with honey, they had to fight. But every battle they fought, God brought them out. He gave them some victories against some enemies who were stronger than them, who was mightier than them, who had great weapons, and they didn't have all that they had. Now you understand something. The children of Israel was coming out of bondage. What weapon would they have had? You know, the only thing they had was maybe a rake and a hoe. Yeah, I mean, a sickle and yeah, ain't gonna help me here, and a few sticks and stones. You know somebody? And they gonna come and fight against people with swords and spears and bow and arrows and all kind of mechanical stuff to fight major wars with. But guess what? God gave them the victory in the midst of all of that. Can I ask somebody, what have God done for you? What have God been doing for you? Can you look back over your own personal life and say, you know what, God's been good to me? I can testify, I know it was God. There were some things that I deserved that God didn't let happen to me. Yes, I put myself in bad situations and something horrible could have happened to me, but God didn't let it be so. I wish I had one or two persons that don't mind realizing what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. You know, we don't want God. We want what the other nation has. This is what the children, I'm getting ready to close. I'll tell you I'm going to be all day long. When the children of Israel came to this place now, they've come to the time of judges. Well, God had raised up judges to rule over them. He raised up mighty men to fight battles for them. But in the process, God was doing all these things for them. They won the war, but if God hadn't been with them, they would not have won. Amen. And when we get to Samuel, Samuel is a little prophet. Now he's old. Samuel watched God bring the children of Israel to a lot of situations, brought them to a lot of battles. And now they are turning their back on God because they want to be like the other nation. And let me tell y'all, I'm glad this story is in the Bible. Let me tell you why. Because it's there to tell us that we can't forget who we are. When we go to work, we're still a child of God. Y'all ain't gonna help me here. When we go to school, we're still the children of God. Y'all hear me here? When I'm in the neighborhood playing with my friend, or when I'm going shopping with my girlfriend, when I'm shopping with my boyfriend, whatever it is I'm doing, I'm still a child of God. Y'all with me here? And so you can't forget who you are, no matter who you're with. And so the Bible says the children of Israel looked out at the other nation and began to compare themselves with the other nation. This is what I'm trying to tell you. One of the worst things you can do is begin to look at yourself and look at somebody else, look across the fence and say, you know what, look like that yard look better than mine. Maybe but you have a yard, don't you? A lot of people don't have a yard. Those people's cars better than mine. Well, guess what? Some people don't have a car. There are some people walking to the bus stop in the rain. When all you have to do is get your umbrella and get in the car, or go step out in the garage and get in your vehicle. And so you can't belittle and not appreciate whatever God has given you. You might not have a house on the hill, but at least the hill ain't on your house. Anyway, let me go back over here. There are some things you ought to be grateful for, and stop being so ungrateful when God is still blessing you. There's a song. The man said, some of you got, my mom used to say, y'all around here complaining with a loaf of bread under your arm. You know, you cry because you don't have a steak, but the other people don't have bread. And you got a whole loaf of bread under your arm. It might not be a steak dinner, if y'all like steak. Hello, somebody, you know. Hey, but if it's just a loaf of bread, you'll say, well, you know what? I'm eating toast today. You might not have what you want, but thank God you got something that's going to sustain your life. There's something to be grateful for. Baby, you might not have everything, but let me ask you a question. Are you sick, laying up in the hospital right now? Toast tomorrow. You ain't going to talk back to me. Toast the next day. Because I'm going to eat it, and you be grateful for the bread. That's where you ought to be. You might not have what you want, but thank God you got something that's going to sustain your life. There's something to be grateful for. Baby, you might not have everything, but let me ask you a question. Are you sick, laying up in the hospital right now? Do they have tubes running in and out of your body? Yeah, ain't going to help me here. And you got health and you have strength. You're not in a psychiatric ward nowhere, and nobody got to tell you who you are. Amen. Come on. There's something to be grateful for. Am I preaching all right? I can't tell. And so we've got to remember who we are and who it is that we belong to. All right? So when the Bible says the children of Israel began to look around at other nations, this is what the text says, and they began to see other nations had kings. They had somebody who walked out with all the pomps and circumstance, and they were representing them. And so they said, we want a king too. We want to be like them other people. We want to be like them.
Yeah.
Can I tell y'all? Them might be doing all kinds of stuff to get what they have.
See?
Let me bring it home. You can't compare yourself to them. They might have a boo, what would they do to get it? Anyway,
Yeah.
they may be driving a new car, but what did she do to get it? How far does she have to go to get that new car? They gonna help me here. Your car might not be brand new, but baby, when you drive, hello somebody. And so you might not have everything that they have, but the problem is stop comparing yourself to them and keep looking towards him. Because he knows what you need. And God will always supply all of your needs. I wish I had one or two persons right here. God would never leave you stuck out like that. These folks say, we want a king. Why do you want a king? Because we want a king that would judge over us. Well, God was already judging over them.
Amen.
No, that ain't good enough. I want something I can see. It's got to be tangible. Baby, the problem with the world is they can't see God, so they don't have faith in God they can't see. You and I don't ever have to see him in this life as long as we see him in the hereafter. And we got faith to believe that he exists. Come on here. And believe that whatever I need, if I pray and talk to him, he will supply my every need. Am I talking good to anybody else? And so you got to, so when you start asking God for things that you don't really, that he don't really want you to have, it becomes your will and not his will. One of my friends say, well, Bacon, you know, it sounds like you need to ask him, which will do you want? You want his permissive will or his perfect will? No, do you want your will or his will? Can I ask you, will you serve him or will you let him go? Which will are you on?
Right.
And so when you start to look at the whole scenario, the problem is they wanted to be like other nations. Can I tell you, the other nations should have been want to be like them.
All right.
It's in the text of the Bible says that when Saul became king and began to serve the Lord. Well, I did back up. I thought I was reading this, and the Bible said that when Samuel was much younger, and Eli was the priest at the time, his sons went out to battle with Israel and took the Ark of the Covenant, which represents the presence of God, took the Ark of God out into the battle against the Philistines. And when they got out there to fight, the Bible said that they lost the battle.
Yes, sir.
And it said that these two boys got killed out there in the battle. And I thought, see, that's what happened when you acting like you saved, act like you're a Christian, act like you love God, then you're going to get out there playing with, hanging out in the world, how about how saved you are? Well, you ain't that saved because guess what? Just earlier you were dropping like it hot. And earlier you were doing the name and everything else. I ain't going to get no help in here. You were whipping and everything else. I wish I had somebody else. And how about saying how saved we are? But the truth of the matter is they forgot who they were and began to look at other nations and say, I want to be like them, baby. I want to tell somebody, don't be like Mike, be like Jesus Christ. Don't be like nobody else. Don't be like Beyonce, be like Christ. Hello, somebody. You ought not want their glory. You ought to want to represent Christ and give him glory in your life. Have I said anything to anybody yet? So when you start to ask for other stuff, whatever you ask for, God just might give it to you. And if he gives it to you, I want to ask you a question. Can you handle it?
Amen.
Right here. Can you handle what God, if you ask God for it and he gives it to you, can you handle it?
Yes,
They asked for a king. He gave them a king.
yes, sir.
The Bible said that Saul was so tall. There was no one as tall as Saul. Everybody stood at his shoulder length. He looked down at him. He was so tall. And they was proud to say, that's my king. But then Saul acted up and forgot it was God that anointed him to be king. And when God gave him a mandate and instruction, he led the children of Israel in error. And God caused him his kingdom and his life. I don't know what I'm talking to, but like the kids say, this ain't what you want.
This ain't what you want.
You don't want this.
That's good.
Yeah, this ain't what you want. Yeah, you want to keep on serving the Lord. Be like Joshua. As for me and my house,
Yeah.
we're going to serve the Lord. Have I made sense to anybody this morning? As for me and my house, we're going to serve the Lord. when you go off to school, don't compare yourself to the other kids. Because if you don't know, and especially if you're in a single parent household, the other kids, your mom and your dad had to struggle real hard to put shoes on your feet. Your shoes might not look like theirs. Man, you don't know, their parents might be drug dealers, prostitutes. And they have made all kinds of major money and can spend $200, $300, $400, $500 on a pair of tennis shoes, send the kids to school, and you're like, I ain't got them kind of shoes. I don't know why they shouldn't be in school with them shoes on. My shoes look funny against theirs. Well, stop looking at their shoes. Thank God you're not that, but you need to go back, turn the TV on, look at some of them third world countries where folks run around barefooted with nothing on.
Yes, sir.
Hello? You ain't doing so bad after all. Am I telling the truth? You might not have the best of everything, but at least you ain't out there without nothing. Hello, your house is not a hut. It's got a real roof on it.
Yes, sir.
I wish I had somebody.
Thank you, Lord.
Lord have mercy. That was the time when I was a kid. We didn't have running water in the house. We had a pump in the yard. We had to go out in the yard and prime the pump, get water, and bring it in the house. So some of y'all don't know nothing about that. I remember as a kid, I was going to my grandmother's house. They didn't have electricity running in the house. Had a coal a lamp. Kerosene and coal oil, huh? Yeah, kerosene lamp. And we light that thing up at night. And come on in. And so now we got electricity.
Yes, sir.
Lord have mercy. Just hit a switch. Y'all don't know nothing about that other kind of stuff. You got a telephone, and it's cardless. You walk through the house anywhere you want to go. Yeah, and they have a long card. You stretch it all the way across the whole house out in the backyard. Telephone Dad, he out there in the yard, cutting the yard. We dragging the whole card all the way outside. They ain't going to talk back to me. And we don't have no problem no more. But you forgot where we come from. You forgot, especially in our community, when we didn't have a right to even claim to be citizens of the United States. I don't want to, this is not a downer, but I want y'all to know God has brought us from a mighty long way. We when folk were shooting dogs on us and watering us down with water holes and beating us, I can't help it, beating us with sticks and clubs and murdering us, and because of they didn't like the color of our skin. And no one could have delivered us but God. And for us to get to this point where we are inundated with information, and now we turn our back on God, something wrong with that picture. What happened when you begin to ask for something that God didn't want you to have? I want to have the same life my friend had. I want to be like my friend. Guess what? Your friend's not serving God. And if you keep on desiring to have what they have, you're going to have yourself without God. And if you have yourself without God, then where will you be? I want to suggest to you that he died for your sin.
Yes, he did.
The Bible says when the world was rejected him, he still came to a place called Calvary. They stretched him wide, they lifted him high. He died and stayed dead for 3 days. But after the 3rd day, he got up with all power in his hand. And I'm glad he rose again. Anybody here glad he got up? I'm excited about the fact he got out the grave. And he's going to give me what I need. I didn't have to ask for it. I needed salvation. Didn't know I needed it. But when he died before I came to the place of knowing how bad I needed what he was offering. So I just want to encourage you all, amen, that you make up your mind. Do you want God's perfect will or you want his permissive will? What will do you want? Do you want God's will or your own will? Make up your mind. For me and my house.